Thank you for being here. We have our full base face done. All of a sudden, just now, this eye started tearing. What we're going to be using today, I do have City Lips on my lips as usual. The usual suspects, House Labs, Hourglass, Scandinavia, Fenty. I finished this Fenty primer, y'all, and I opened this October 5th, 2025. Today is February 1st, 2026. So November, December, January. Yeah, a little over 3 months. Actually 3 months and like a few days we used it up. The Nightmare palette, I'm excited, let me slow down. The Nightmare palette from Notoriously Morbid. I do have a 15% off affiliated. Girl, slow down, it's okay. They're here, they're not leaving, hopefully. I have a 15% off code down below. I did purchase this, and it's deceiving because it looks so tiny, but when you open it, it's like this is a large palette. This is a large palette. The names are on the back, so I will not be telling you what the names of the shadows are as we use them, and it was just way too much for me to try to fit them all on here like I normally do. In case you don't know, hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. So this is what we have. I do have a playlist. Do I have a playlist? I have a playlist for this palette. The first look, I think we did it this way, where this eye was these 6 shades for a look, and this eye was these 6 shades for a look. And then our third and fourth look, these 2 columns was on this eye, and these 2 columns was on this eye, if I'm not mistaken. And yes, I almost poked myself in the eye. So this will be look number, I did a look number 5 with this, because then we kind of hopped around in the palette, I believe. So I want to say this is look number 6, but for some reason I have it as number 5. So I have no idea what we're going to do. Am I going to hold this up while I'm doing it? Because these are going to keep flapping in the wind, these 2. But I do want you to see what I'm doing. I don't have a plan. I'm not going to be able to hold up. You know why? Because if I use like a shade from over here, this is going to be flapping. And I want to say I'll try to remember to at least put in the description box like what shade is what, but I don't think I'm going to remember to do that. When you have a palette like this, well, this type of color story, don't think too hard. So the easiest thing for me, as I said, I'm like, we're going to use these 6 shades over here. All of these are metallics. All of these over here are metallics. And so the thing for me is not to think too hard. Just look at the colors, just put them on. And you know what? The looks were amazing. And the same with these 2 columns and these 2 columns. And I know a lot of people are geared towards just monochromatic light to dark. And so when they see something like this, they're like, I don't know what to do. Or they'll still do monochromatic. Like if they're doing a mid-tone, a mid-range look, they'll take this shade, this one, this one, this one, and maybe that one. Or a reddish purple, this. You know what I'm saying? Or if they want to do smoky, these 2 are matched. This shade, this one, this shade. Yeah, I stuck my finger in it. And this one over here, and also that one. And so the thing is just not to think too hard, just to try new things, new color combinations, and just rock it. So I'm going to prime the eye and do the intro, and then we're going to just jump into this look. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you have to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. I'm here to tell you, use whatever you want to, however you want to, until you are satisfied with how your makeup looks. You set the standard for yourself. If you want to try all the things, but not because you feel obligated. And I am a fan of experimenting with makeup. And quite a few times you'll hear me say in whatever video, let's just do it and see what it looks like. And then I always end up liking it. And if I don't, I double down until it turns into something that I like. Whatever you do with makeup, it is fixable. So try not to be apprehensive about, well, what if I don't like it? Just double down. Don't scrap. We don't scrap looks here. We're going to keep working at it till we get something that we like. And if I'm not really feeling a look, and I double down and triple down. Eventually I do like it. And so what I've learned is how to make something I'm not in love with into something that I love with, instead of just quitting and starting over, because then you're not learning, you're not growing. What you're learning is how to just keep quitting. And I do hear people say that in videos, oh, I did a look, I didn't like it, so I started over. And I'm like, no, so you're just learning to continue quitting. And it's only makeup, so it's not that serious. But I'm like, ugh, just keep working at it. Anyway, so I have no plan. I do have brushes out. Oh man, it's so much to look at, because it's like, oh, look at these over here, oh, look at those over there, look at all of these in the middle, all of these. I want to kind of do something swampy. We're going to take this shade right here. Can I? It's flapping. This all right, I'm gonna have to put this down. This, I do need to press the brush in it. I believe this shade is hard pan, and I'm looking at it, and this shade is hard pan. That's unfortunate. I just opened this. When did I open this? I just opened this November 12th, 2025. This shade is hard pan. I'm gonna show you in a minute. This is definitely hard pan. Oh my goodness. And I do have spoolies right here that I could just scrape it and use it. But I'm just really just pressing the brush in it rather harshly. This is unfortunate. There's another shade that looks like it wants to be, so I'm going to use that one as well. All right, let me show you this shade. This one. That shine you see, that's hard pan. So it's like just glazed over. That right there in the middle of this shade, that's hard pan. And so what it does is that it makes it difficult to pick up with a brush. And it's not the end of the world. You can use a spoolie, you can scrape it, or just press hard with the brush to get it onto the brush, which is what I'm doing. So it's not the end of the world, but it is very unfortunate. Yeah, so now what we're going to take, this shade is looking, well, it looked like it wanted to be hard pan, this one right here. So I kind of want to take that just to see what it does. And I only want to put just a little strip of that because I just want to see. Oh no. No. Oh my gosh, what? I'm looking at the other shades in here. And the way it's looking after I swipe my brush in it looks exactly how the other one looked after I swiped the brush in it. Chances are I am going to cover this up. Again, I just wanted to put this here because of how it looked. I just wanted to see if it was hard pan. They do hand press their shadows. And so me having two shades in here that's hard pan doesn't mean if you purchased it you would have hard pan. So it's just something with, I'm hoping it's just something with these two shades. Damn. And it does take longer to get on because, okay, this is the one, you see that? It's looking just like this one, right? This is the one I just put on. That's hard pan as well. Damn. I have not had, I opened it November 12th. Today is February 1st. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it off a little bit because that was disappointing. We're going to, I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm trying to contain it. And I'm looking to see like, what can we do? We're going to take this shade here. And this one is fine. Ooh, see, look at that. You see how that picked up? Like that's what the other ones used to do. We're going to cover up that second shade with this one. Wow. Okay. And this wasn't a PR one. This was one that I actually ordered. And so I was just like, and this is one of their more expensive palettes too. So this isn't one of their $29.99 palettes. Like, it's really not. So I'm just like, why you? Like, why? And when I saw the color story, I was like, oh, like, yeah, I want that. And so, yeah, I got that. And December, January, February, you know, little February 12th would be 3 months. December, January, February. So less than, so 2.5 months. Yeah, let me shut up. That one did give me quite a bit of fallout, but that's okay. We did spray the face. But we're going to put on more luminous light because that'll camouflage the fallout. That is disappointing. Now we're going to take, am I going monochromatic-ish? We're going to take this shade here. This one did produce quite a bit of fallout. It is, I want to say, this is shimmer. I'll put it that way. And so if you can see it on my face, and you see how sparkly it is, so that is a shimmer. We're going to take this one. I remember when I used this one gave me considerable fallout as well. And it seems like the shimmer ones do create more. See, look how easily that picked up. I don't know why I leaned in like that. And I'm tapping off. There's a lot of tap off because this picked up a lot. And what I think may be part of the issue with the fallout is I usually use the Fenty primer, which to me is a tacky primer. For all of you who want to tell me you got to use a tacky base, for me the Fenty primer is tacky. Okay, so let's just calm down. And today I did use the Urban Decay, which is not tacky. So with the Fenty, if I put a shimmer, and even like Pat McGrath's Celestial shades, those that they're like, oh, you have to use your finger or you're going to get fallout. I use a brush, put it on top of the Fenty primer, bam, it sticks. Like, there is no issue. So I think part of the fallout from these shimmers are because of the primer that I used. And somewhere along the line, I started putting Groundwork Max Paint Pot on top of the Fenty, and that grips as well. So it's like a double grip thing going on. And so I never use, you know, like glitter primer, any of that stuff, because I've never had a need to, because the primer I use, you know, the shadow adheres to it. And so when people say you have to do something, think about why they're saying that. Think about their technique. Think about the brushes that they're using, because sometimes that'll tell the tale of why they say they have to do certain things. You know what I mean? So I'm still feeling a little disappointed. So what we have here just looks like 2 shades. Excuse me. I forgot to say at the end of my intro, excuse me, sometimes I curse because I curse. There's also an organism that lives in my throat named Bruce that likes to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in videos. I try to be aware of him and say, excuse me. This side I did cover up this shade quite well. On this side I didn't, because this side I do see 3 colors. I see that gold, that gray, and then this. But then we put a green there somewhere, didn't we? I'm just covering up everything. Going back with this brush, because this side is up a little bit higher, so we are not adding more shadow on it, but we're just feathering it to just take it just a little bit higher. So what are we going to put on the next portion of our lid? And this side looks further over this way too, so let me go back into that shade and just bring that, let's go this way, just to bring it a little further out. Okay. So now we are going to take, this is going to look monochromatic. I'm thinking this one right here, and we're going to put that on our outer corner. I tapped in twice, y'all. Look at that. And there's not a lot of kick up with that one. Y'all, look at this shade. This is so easy. And this is what I'm used to. It just shows up and it just lays down. I'm trying to think back to when I used this shade before, if that had hard pan, if it looked like it was starting to or not, and I really don't remember. I like that shape. Now watch the other side be different, because y'all know I'll be doing different stuff on different sides of my face. So we lay down the line first, and then we're going to press upward to fill in here. That's nice. That's disappointing. I know I keep saying it, y'all. I want to apologize for it, but I am shocked. I do remember this one giving me problems before, so that wasn't a surprise, but this one is a surprise. Yeah. So I'm looking at the shapes. This side is higher up. I'm not going to put more shadow on the brush yet. We're going to sweep along the top edge of that shadow to just bring it up a little bit more. And we did succeed, but then we also changed the shape. So we're going to bring this out here, and so we made a straight line, and now we're going to turn the brush sideways again and do there. So that's going to give us that shape back. That's nice. So this side we're going to tap straight in, tap off, bring this out. Okay, you see that? And then bring it up. Oh man. Oh. So now I'm looking at the space between here and here on both sides. This side is higher up, so we're just going to feather lightly right here. We are going to put a transition shade up here, y'all. Even with the disappointment, like, I'm liking this look. So whatever's on the brush, we're just going over the top edge of the lid shades. What color am I going to put up here? Because the only mattes in here are these four. So maybe we'll take this one. Y'all, I like the look though. I really do. And so as I said, it's not the end of the world. But it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, I haven't had you that long. We have our two of these. We're going to put one away. And we are going to take, what did I say we were going to take? This shade. Ooh. This is a lot darker in person, and I do have a lot of lights on. So that's why I was like, ooh. I tapped straight in. And one tap, tap off. And one tap in, tap off. So I'm trying to just get like a straight line. One tap in, tap off. And so you see what I'm doing. I'm just getting like a thin line, like right above. I was going to tap in, but I did not. And now we're just going to feather to blend out above the line we just placed there. That's pretty. One tap in, tap off. And this one is a little bit powdery. I don't know. Yeah, this is the one that we're using. That's pretty. I like this. I tap in twice, tap off. Actually, that was 3 times. And so we're going just above. One tap in, tap off. On the line and above the line, one tap in, tap off of the lid shades. That is pretty. One tap in, tap off. One tap in, tap off. And then we want to go back and blend. It's subtle, but I like it. I like it. Tap in, tap off. This, I like this. I like. We're going to go on this line and feather so we can just blend this out a little bit more. Yeah, so we're on the line where they meet and we're just going back and forth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got excited. Oh. Right now I'm thinking of what lip to do and also what eyeliner to use for upper lash. Now, I forgot to do my inner rims, y'all. Damn. We're going to use Hung Van Gogh. This one, do I want to? Yeah, this one is personal preference, and it's the blue one. Usually I do that right after my base face, but I forgot. Apparently, I forgot. For our brow arch, This is super bright. So we're not going to use that one because there's nothing else bright on my lid except like in here, and that's not super bright. This is super, super duper bright. And so is this one. So I'm thinking this one, which looks more peach rosy in person. And so we're just going to do a thin line like I like. Yeah. Right there. This wasn't as challenging as I thought to hold up the palette and show you the shades. But I did lay it down when I was using the shades on the sides because it wanted to flap in the wind. That is pretty. Man, that's pretty. Wow. Okay. Do inner rims, and then we're gonna do our lower lash line. I don't want to do a yellow for upper lash line. I'm looking at all the colors that I have over there from Inglot. I don't want to do a red. Green? Maybe a green? These are so creamy. I wish that there were more colorful shades. If there were more colorful shades, it would be a toss-up for me between these and MAC. But these are the two boldest shades. And this is One Eye at a Time is the green one. So I got those because I knew, even though I had blue and greens, I knew I was still going to use them. And I really do like them. They stay until I take it off. And it surprised me. And he did say they were long lasting, but it surprised me because of how creamy they are. So I thought, yeah, they're going to tear. Well, my tears are going to, cause it to run, but it does not. These do not run. Like once it dries, and it dries fairly quickly, even on my inner realms, like it does not move until I take it off. Do I want to do a blue for upper lash line? Because that'll tie it into lower lash line. I don't know. I'm liking the murkiness of this look, though. Do I have a murky lipstick? I'm sure I do. Because I know I usually do a bold lipstick. But I'm thinking of something just... This right here got me. Like this murkiness. I love it. I love it. This is nice. This is nice. This eye is tearing upward. I can feel it. And so it's causing that gold to crease. I did not put more shadow on this brush. And this is a brush we use for that shade. And since we tapped there, we're just going to tap here. Lower lash line. Lower lash line. Do we want to do purple? We have two. We're going to... When I look at this way, I see purple. When I look where I'm looking right now, it looks blue. So what I was thinking, there was something else that looked blue in here. I'm looking at, what? Purple. This is the one I was thinking about, because this to me looks purple as well. When I look down here, this looks purple. When I look down here, this looks purple. We're going to take this. Stop moving. And we're going to put that on our inner portion of our lower lash line. So I'm going to put that part of the palette down to get the shadow on the brush. That is pretty. And even though this is a metallic, this one is giving me some kick up. The shimmers in here definitely give kick up and fallout. But again, I do think part of that is because of the primer, the eye primer that I used. That's pretty. That is pretty. Pretty. It's hard to talk when you're making faces. All right, we're going to put that brush down, take another one just like it, and we're going to go into this shade. This one also with the fallout. Not the end of the world at all because it can be cleaned up. Tapping straight in one time very lightly and tapping off because I really like taking my lower lash line shadow over here. See that? And I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to bring that out here, tapping straight in to use the tip of the brush. And bring that out here. Do I want to do a blue? The blue I have is more like a turquoise. The gel liner and inklet that I have, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. That would be different. All right, so I do have makeup sanitizer spray, and I know some people are like, stop spitting on your makeup. It's my makeup, but I do, and even for my Macari store, I do spray it with makeup sanitizer spray before I put it in the store. I want to do more for lower lash line, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to control myself. So we're going to put this back on top and close this up. And now we're going to take Luminous Light from Hourglass and using the brush that we use for bronzer, blush, highlighter, and finishing powder. And we also did use it for this as well. So we're going to just put this under here because because it is luminous, it takes me a few times going over it, but this, I don't see the fallout anymore. Over here, I do. And so I just put enough wear until I don't see the fallout anymore. And then just to blend everything together, so it just doesn't look like a light patch because it is light and it does add luminosity. And so fallout is cleaned up. It is not the end of the world. And I do my face first. And so, you know, if you want to tell me do my eyeshadow first, I'm not going to listen to you. Troll Nation, baby. We do our makeup how we want to do our makeup, not according to what people say that we should do. So, upper lash line. So, this is the only blue that I have a shimmer blue. And to me, that's more turquoise, but it might have the look, but then it's going to take some of that murkiness away. This is a metallic blue. Let's put this one and see. Yeah. This is number 99. Y'all have so much fallout on this cloth that I'm going to fold it over because I'll put my hand on it or my arm on it and then be like, why do I have all these colors on my sleeve? So we're going to put this on. What am I going to do for my lip? That's the question now. I seldom take out liner from upper lash line ahead of time unless I'm packing to go somewhere because I have in mind what the look is going to look like. So typically once I'm finishing lower lash line, that's when I start thinking, what am I going to put on upper lash line? And when I'm doing my upper lash line, that's when I start thinking, what am I going to put, what lipstick color am I going to use? And so that's my process. This isn't showing up much. Jeepers. So we're going to put it on this side and then put something else on top of it because this really is not showing up. And it is picking up on the brush. Yeah, it's picking up on the brush fine, but it's, I think it's just blending in because it's definitely on the brush. I think it's just blending in. I can see it a little bit. Yeah, it's just blending in. All right, so let's close that up. I have a purple. This is number 75. Is that going to be any different though? Let's take a clean MAC 210. They're so little and so thin they hide from me. And let's pick this up on the brush. Oh, I just grazed my eyeball. Let's give that eye a break for a moment. I really grazed my eyeball with this brush. Okay, this one is showing up better with these colors on my lid. And because it is, you see I don't have to keep going back in like I did with the previous one. That's pretty. So do I want to do a purple lip? And surprisingly, it's not tearing now as much as I thought it would, considering I literally wiped this brush over my friggin' eyeball. Yeah, this is nice. What color lip? So the only time I plan out eyeliner for upper lash line And lip color is when I'm packing, because I'm looking at what I'm taking and I'm envisioning somewhat the look that I want to do, or at least looking at the colors in the palette and thinking, okay, well, let's just take this or that. But when I'm here with you, I don't do that. And if it's an easy palette, like the Natasha Denona Glam palette, I took that away with me because I knew whatever I did, it was going to look nice and it was going to look gray based most likely, or, you know, just an easy monochromatic look. And so something like that, to me, it doesn't matter much because I know because of the tones in that palette, whatever liner I use is going to show up. You know what I mean? Where something that's murky like this, it's like, okay, yeah, that blue didn't show up. This side is much thicker than this side. And of course I like this side better because it's thinner, but we want to make them look the same. Well, as similar as possible, I should say. We got the straight lines to that side. Got the straight lines. So we can move. We have, we did not carry that packed over into 2026. Because we both feel like we've been doing pretty good with the liner straight. And so much so now that it is just kind of like my go-to without me trying too hard. And I will say this, excuse me, mascara, I almost forgot. I will say this, like doing my shadow the way I do, where I do bring it straight out and then do the V, that helps too, because then the liner just goes in between. And so you see some shadow underneath and then the liner and then the shadow up top. So I think that's part of why it's been easier for me to get a straight line with liner. On top of when I realized just go straight out and not follow the natural curve of my eyelid, because my eye, you see how it naturally curves and even my wrinkles curve up here. That's what I was following. And so I had to make it a point and a conscious effort of just go straight and don't follow the curve of my eye, which I was doing unintentionally. And so that took me some time to stop doing. And so that, along with bringing out my eyeshadow straight out that way, that's what really helped me to do my liner wing straight. So if there's something that you're doing and you're like, oh my gosh, I always do this and I don't want to do this. I mean, it does, for me, I'll speak for me, it did take me like conscious thought to analyze, okay, why is it that I always have this accidental swoosh? Oh, I was following my natural eye shape with the puff. Okay, well, let me not do that. And so sometimes my liner was straight, or one side would be straight, one side wouldn't be. And so then when I started doing my eyeshadow that way, it became easier because I would just follow the line of the shadow. But first it was figuring out, why do I have that swoosh? Because I was following the natural shape of my eye corner puff and my wrinkles. And so even though we're like, makeup isn't that serious, if we want a certain look or if we want to stop doing something, then we do need to put serious thought into, how can I stop doing this? And not only like, how can I stop doing it, but understanding why we're doing it. Because once we realize why we're doing it, we can work on not doing that. So knowing I was following my natural curve, I'm like, okay, don't follow your natural curve. You see what I'm saying? So lip color, I just had a strange thought to just do like a nude lip. And that is the YouTuber's way, right? Do a bold eye, do a nude lip. I really just had that thought. Oh man. And now my second thought is to do a black. Yeah, we're going to do the black. Yeah, that didn't take long, did it? Or brown. We're going to do the black. You're like, girl. I feel like if I did a nude lip, comments for the short would be, oh, I love that with the lip. Just like I'll have comments of, oh, I wonder what that would look like with, you know, a lighter lipstick, like when I do a black. My favorite lip color is black. Y'all know this if y'all been here. This is NYX lip liner. And I do line my lips with the liquid lipstick, so this is really unnecessary for me. And this is called retractable lip liner, and the shade is Black Lips. And it is just so important So wear your makeup how you like it, because for every comment that's I don't get a lot as much anymore, saying what I should do or what they would like to see. And it's usually on shorts. So I'm like, if you watch the video, you would hear me saying why I did what I did. Or if it's a member request, oh, you should have did this. I'm like, well, it was a member's request. And so subscribe, join the membership, and then you can tell me the look you would like to see me do, and I'll do it. Why am I taking so much time with this? I'm going to just cover it up with black. So for comments, oh, I would love to see that look with a lighter lip. Somebody else would comment, I love that you did a dark lip. And so I wonder, like, are they doing that as their way of saying, girl, just keep rocking what you rocking? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I feel like it's them saying, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like, oh, you should do that with a lighter lip. And somebody, the next comment, oh, I love that you did a black lip. I'll just be like, damn, I just dropped it. Excuse me. And so that always makes me laugh. And I do really appreciate it, because I'm going to do what I do anyway. I just hit this on my tooth. And I do, as our intro is, you know, we do the makeup we want to do on ourselves. And so it doesn't matter what people say. Just be confident in your look. Do the look that you like, know that you rocking it, and go about your day. And when you have that mindset, it becomes laughable when people try to tell you different. Because it is just about preferences. This is all the way me right here. This is me right here. I have, do I want to play it off like it's a freckle? Right here I see a little bump on the lipstick. This side I don't. We're gonna bring it just a little higher because we did that side. Yo, I'm loving, this is the look, y'all. Thank you so much. Again, this is the Nightmare palette from Notoriously Morbid. I love this palette. I love this color story. Let me hold it up while I'm talking about it again. And I do like the look. And again, hard pan is not the end of the world. Look at this color story. And if you do like this look, which it is really a little like 2 shades, maybe 3, because we have the gold and then that greenish, and then here are these blended in. So this is whatever type of swamp water, greenish, blue, whatever on the sides. And so if you have shades that are similar, if you do like this look, just dupe it out for what you have, or buy the palette and use my affiliate code to get 15% off. So this is what it is, and I'm really digging it. So thank you for being here, y'all, and I'll do pictures afterward. As always, self-acceptance. Oh, tell me this. How do you respond to comments of people telling you what you should do or what they would like to see, which is their way of saying what they would like for you to do? How do you deal with that? And so that'll be it. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.